Big up to everybody. This is Flaming Tarmac, episode 8080. We are here, the 80th anniversary of the Flaming Tarmac. We finally got here in the end. Big up to everybody. We're going to be talking about the Singapore Grand Prix. But we're going to bring in my coach, he's my partner in crime, Mr. TOTO. Abba! Big up to TOTO. How's it going, man? We're back again. Over to him. Yeah. How's it going, bro?
Yeah.
Down a little bit, please. There you go. Anger. There you go. So how's it going, TOTO?
Yeah, it's going well. Just feeling a bit
Woozy.
a bit dizzy, but again, feeling a lot better now. So yes.
Okay. Before we start getting into the video, I want to pay our respect, both of us. Well, I'm going to pay my respects as well. I'm sure TOTO echoes this. I want to pay my respects to Roscoe. Lewis Hamilton lost his dog a few days ago. His beloved, loving dog, Roscoe. You know, he was famous for taking the pictures. He loved his selfies on Instagram and that. Beautiful dog, British bulldog, absolutely loving dog. Everybody loved Roscoe. Don't matter who you supported in driving, everybody loves Roscoe. I want to pay my respects to Lewis Hamilton and his beloved dog. Rest in peace, Roscoe. He's up there now, enjoying himself in heaven, I'm sure. So, TOTO, what you want to say about Roscoe before we move on?
It's damn a shame, man. I saw Lewis into today. You can see it in his eyes. Is that he's broken? It looks like a bullet's going through him. He's been shot. Yeah. Right. It was his beloved dog. It was his last one. He had Coco when that one died. The dog lived a very, very good life. 13 years for a bulldog. It's very, very, very long time. And I'm sure Lewis has had plenty of memories now. Yeah, it's damn a shame. When I heard the news, I was upset, man. He's very, very bad news. Hopefully Lewis gets through it, but it won't be easy, man. You know, losing a pet, it's like losing your bestest friend. It's like losing a parent. It hurts. But he's up there now, you know.
Yeah.
Looking over Lewis, and rest in peace to him, man.
Big up to Roscoe, man. Big up. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on to some news regarding F1. Before we move on, let's just talk about this stupid, for me, it's stupid, going around all over the internet that Max Verstappen's going to win the world title. I'm going to come out and say it now. He's not winning the world title. Forget it. I know F1 needs to promote. All this, the races, because there's 7 races left to go now. They need to promote it because basically McLaren have locked off most of the season. So they need to keep the viewers going because they just come out and say that McLaren have won the title. People are not going to watch it, are they? They're just going to think, what's the point? We know what's going to happen now. We know McLaren's going to win. So when I saw the TV viewing going down, because the TV viewing has been going down slightly, because I always keep an eye on the ratings, you know, the TV viewing. And the TV viewing of F1 week to week now is slightly dropping because that usually happens when they know that the other team has basically won everything, can it? So people tend to like move away from it and say, you know what, that's enough now. We know who's going to win. Let's move on to something else. But what F1 are doing now are very clever. They're promoting F1, saying, now, look, Max Verstappen can still win the title. There's a chance that he can still win the title. Max Verstappen can come back. So that's basically going to keep people engaged in the product, isn't it? They're going to watch it because Max Verstappen might come back. So we're going to keep watching. I understand where Sky and that are coming from, the TV companies. I get it. That's business. But what reality is going to kick in eventually. And the reality is that Max Verstappen is not going to win the world title in 2025. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be either Piastri or Norris. I'm kind of leaning more towards Piastri now after what happened a couple of weeks ago in Baku when Norris had his chance. I'm going to pass this on to you, but I'm leaning more towards Piastri now.
Yeah, I agree. I think Piastri has been far too consistent. We thought Lando had a chance when Piastri went out of the DNF, and that didn't really work out because Lando only gained like 3 or 4 points on him. It weren't really a lot of points. Piastri's got a big point gap. But you also got to blame on Lando as well. Lando was far too inconsistent this season.
I know, especially Baku.
Crap starts, not finishing in the top 3 regular.
Hey, he finished in the top 3 regular,
He
but what's
did,
funny?
but like,
It's a DNF. What he got? Remember when he got that DNF?
yeah,
He got a DNF and he could have capitalized at Baku, and he never.
At the end of the day, Lando didn't win this title because he was inconsistent.
Yeah.
Consistency wins few Formula One championships.
Yeah.
If you consistently finish first, second, which Piastri was doing, Piastri majority winning every single race, majority won all of his races consistently, 25 points or 25 points, and look where he is now, going to win his title. Hopefully Lando bounces back, but it looks very, very less likely now. Very, very less likely, unless Piastri gets another DNF.
Is this true? There's rumours going on that Piastri is not going to get a penalty for what happened at Baku for his false start. I heard that's what the news that's going around, that Piastri is not going to get a penalty from Baku. What are your thoughts on that, Toto?
Look, he's a hard one to say, but
With the false start?
I think, in my opinion, a false start is a false start. I still think he should get the penalty for that false start. I don't think they should take it away. But look, I've been hearing these rumours around. Nothing's really been done yet. But it's just rumours at the end of the day. But in my opinion, I still think he should keep the penalty for a false start.
I'm going to tell you why. I've got the notes here. I'm going to read it out to you. I'm going to just put it here in my notes. This is straight from the news. And it says, Oscar Piastri was issued a 5-second penalty for a jump start at Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but did not serve it because he crashed out of the race on the first lap, making it impossible to serve. On the recent rule change for a single 5-second penalty, this penalty was not carried over as a grid penalty for his exit race, the Singapore Grand Prix, because he has retired from the race. So basically, new rules in because it was a first lap and he crashed out. And because if he wouldn't have crashed out, and I think he would have done a couple more laps, he would have served a 5-second time penalty at Singapore. But because it was the first lap, the new rule, he can't carry over to the next race. That's basically what it says. So basically, on the recent rule change for a single 5-second penalty, this penalty was not carried out over a grid penalty for the next race, the Singapore Grand Prix, because he retired from the race. So because he retired from the race, it won't carry it out. If he would have finished the race, he would have carried on to the next one. But because that's a new rule change. So there you go. What do you think of that rule change, Toto? I still think he should get that penalty. I don't care if he crashed out. He jump start that, yeah. And when you jump start, that's a penalty.
When you go over the line, yeah, it's a penalty.
I don't care if you crash out after. You got to serve it for the next race.
Exactly. I don't get that excuse. But we crashed out, so it should. No. It was your fault while you jumped that start, and you should be getting a grid penalty for that. I'm sorry.
I think that is a silly,
and especially a grid penalty because you didn't finish the race.
No.
So yeah, he deserves a grid penalty for that. He went over the line, and you can't really argue with that.
Agree, Toto. Totally agree with that one.
Because he went out. I never heard so much crap in my
life. I know,
life.
that's utter garbage. So basically, that's that. He was also in an interview, Oscar Piastri. He was talking about, look, I'm only human. People do crash in races. Because a lot of people are saying, why did you crash out? Why did you crash out? Listen, let's face it, you just said yourself, Oscar Piastri's been perfect this season. He's been consistent.
Yeah.
Hasn't really crashed out. He's been on the button. So he's basically saying to the press, I'm only human. I'm only human. People make mistakes.
Yeah,
you get me?
True.
Yeah, fair point. I agree with that one. So what are you going into this the weekend of the Singapore Grand Prix? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people saying that McLaren, they're going to look at McLaren maybe to get the pole this weekend.
Yeah.
Because it comes for the slow speed corners. You know that McLaren are on it. What's your thoughts on the overall weekend? Who do you think is going to be a top 3? Okay, who do you think is going to be the top 3 regarding pole? 1, 2, 3, and who do you think is going to finish the race top 3?
I think top 3 qualifying. In practice weekend, I think McLaren's going to dominate the practice weekend. Yeah. Slow speed, medium speed. There's barely fast speed corners. The only fast speed corners is probably turn 17 to 20.
Yeah,
that's it. There's no barely fast speed corners. Barely straight, so Red Bull probably won't get that advantage like they did at Baku. But I think qualifying, I think it's going to be Piastri on top, Lando second, and then maybe I might see a Mercedes there. So maybe Russell.
Russell, yeah.
Russell third. Race. Again, I'm going to go with Piastri win. Lando. Lando third, and then second. I'll go Lando second,
Max third.
and because I think Max is better in the race. He usually makes his mark in the race.
Yeah, because I think they set up the car for the race. Remember what Mercedes used to do
Yeah.
a couple of years ago? They wasn't really that good in qualifying, but they set up for the race trim, and that's where Lewis used to excel. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing now. They're going more for the race. I think the last two races, this is what people are not really telling you. This is what the casual fans don't understand. The last two races, McLaren actually said before the races that these tracks are going to favour Red Bull. They actually said that the Baku one and the Monza will favour Red Bull because Red Bull are very strong on the straights. And what are the last two tracks have been? All about the straights. I know Baku's got the little weaving corners, but predominantly the main part of that track is that big straight. You get me? That's the longest part of the track, and that's where you make up your time. You get me?
The only thing you can probably counter McLaren this weekend is try getting their dirty air. Because
now, what I'm saying is McLaren told people before the races that the Monza and the Baku was the ones where Red Bull will excel because they're good on the straights or the power tracks. Now back to Singapore, I think it switches back to McLaren now because this is where McLaren excel. You know, in the slow speed corners, and this is what Singapore's about. What's your thoughts on that? I think this is going to favour the McLarens.
It is. McLaren's also good in slow speed and medium speed corners.
And that's what this is
about.
And
the majority of this track is just twists and turns.
Exactly.
There's no really straight except for the turns, maybe 18 to 20 when they have that fast bend before the main straight.
Yeah.
That's the only fast corner you're going to see. So McLaren are going to set up the car for very, very high downforce for this track. I'm sure the majority of the teams are. But McLaren's what makes them unique. They're very, very fast in the corners, regardless. So,
he's smashing it, bro. I know. I understand, man. I know. I understand. He's big up, man. So I totally agree. I think the pendulum is swinging back into McLaren's hand, especially the slow speed corners, little tight corners that you just alluded to. You get me? This is where everything's gonna. I think McLaren will step up again. But do you understand what I mean, bro? The way they're talking about the TV people saying that Verstappen can come back. They've got to promote the product, innit? If you were selling something, if you were selling something to the masses, and you had a product that you needed to sell, like a sport, like a racing, whatever, football, and you said to everybody, there's Team A and Team B. They're playing each other, Team A has won every single game this season, and they've basically won the league. But Team B are just playing. What are people going to do? They're not going to buy the ticket, innit? Because they know who's going to win. Now, if they say that Team B has a chance of beating Team A and probably winning the league if they win a few more games, people are going to watch the game, innit?
It's the advertising method.
Exactly. This is what F1 are doing now.
Publicity stunt, you can call it.
There you go. But reality, McLaren are going to win it. So practice one if you're living in the UK, practice one, 10:30 to 11:30. Practice one. That's if there is practice, because I know there was a storm in Singapore today. Toto, it was all over the news that it's really bad. The rain is bad in Singapore at the moment. People are saying that it might get cancelled. We don't know, but if everything goes to schedule, it's going to be a practice one, 3rd of October. That's tomorrow, 10:30 to 11:30. Practice 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and that's PM. And 4th October, practice 3, that'll be on the Saturday, 10:30, 11:30 in the morning. Qualifying, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So you got that nice little break. And then the race day will be 1 o'clock, and that'll be on the 5th of October, which will be Sunday. So you've already done your predictions. My predictions for the qualifying will be Lando Norris, Piastri, and Max. Similar to yours, but the other way around with the McLaren boys. I think when the race finishes, I think it's going to... Actually, you know who I'm going to put third? I'm going to put Charles Leclerc. He's good at Singapore as well. Yeah. So for the race, I think the race is going to finish Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen third. That's how I reckon it's going to finish. Similar to yours, but I put Thingy first. Piastri. You put Piastri, didn't you?
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one with the race. So that's it, man. Anything you want to say, Toto, before we head off?
I was going to say hopefully Piastri gets to the DNF and then Lando gets back into the championship. But again, That's very, very likely. 1% that will
I
happen.
don't want no DNF because I don't want any chance of Max trying to claw any points back. I'd rather Oscar Piastri get fifth, you know, like a fifth or something,
Yeah.
and Lando gets a one. You get me? That means he's still gained points, yeah. He's still gained points on him. But Oscar hasn't completely dropped out, so Max can try and claw back in on one of them. I know Max ain't gonna get it. I know Max is not gonna win the title, but you don't want no sniff of it. You get me? You just want Lando to finish about 5 places in front. That would do me.
Formula One, anything can happen in it, so you don't want to
Especially
minimize
this place.
Yeah, there's a lot of incidents.
Yeah. You know that the rookies are going to be struggling here, like they always do. You get me? They're going to be struggling.
Hot temperatures as well, so.
There you go, hot temperatures. Yeah, you know what it's like with Singapore.
And I think FIA is giving out a heat warning as well to the drivers.
You remember what Lewis said, and not just Lewis, Vettel said it as well. A lot of other drivers, they train all season for Singapore. Do you know that? That's what you know, that the train all season. You know, when they do all that heat exhaustion and all that, yeah. All that's for Singapore. You know that, innit? All the drivers say, you can Google it. It says on there, the drivers all season, they train all season, especially for this one, because this one is the longest race on the calendar and it's the hottest. Even though it's in the nighttime, Singapore is over 100 degrees. It is so hot. You get me? I don't know about the 100 degrees, but it's hot. It's the hottest race of the year, and it's in the nighttime as well. You get me? That's why they train all season for this heat exhaustion. This is why every time you see them go on the track in Singapore, they got the ice packs on and everything, and they're drinking loads of water. And it's the longest race as well, which is crazy. The longest race. So you got to be on it, man. You got to be on it. So that's us signing out, Toto. Big up to the man, then big up to the woman. Then if you're watching this on the podcast, whatever that is, don't come on the audio. But if you're watching this on YouTube on the replay, for F4 fans, please like the video, and for people on Twitch, because we've got people watching on Twitch as well. Big up to you guys on Twitch as well. I forgot about you, the podcast. And big up then, Toto. Type away, man. What are you doing? What you up to? We're heading off now, right?
Yeah.
See you later, Toto. Big up to you. Big up to everyone. So I'm going to say goodbye to the people. Bye-bye.
Of course, bye to the people, man.
I just wanted Toto.
Who are viewing. But yeah, big up everyone.
All right. See you later, guys. Let's find the trailer. There you go. Find it. Bye.